Welcome to another episode of Bottom of the Stream. My name is Adam.
My name is Nick. Welcome back. It's the one place where you get up to date with all the latest in movies and streaming.
It is indeed.
And news and events.
That's what we do.
From world famous Bottom of the Stream podcast.
Absolutely. How's it going, Nick?
Very good. How are you?
I'm all good. Not bad at all.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm all right.
Excellent. That's what I like to hear.
It is indeed.
I mean, I feel like winter's here.
Yeah,
it's just skipped autumn.
Autumn. I got home today and there was a lot of leaves on the ground. It's like autumn's happened today.
Just that's
but
it.
It's
done.
Now it's winter.
Yeah. It's cold. I would say it's actively cold.
It's actively cold now. It is. It's not just like chilly now. There's cold in the air.
We're like
winter is coming.
4 days into September.
Yeah.
That's it.
Summer's done.
Game over.
We can get all cozy now and blankets come out and hoodies and things like that.
Maybe, yeah.
Let's get some Bottom of the Stream hoodies on the go.
Yeah, 100%.
So it'll get really cold in here soon because my boiler's fucked.
Oh, yeah.
So you might need a hoodie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got to spend some money on a new boiler.
Unlucky.
Great times. Fun week this bit.
Just buy more jumpers.
Yeah, it's not the heating, it's more the water.
Yeah, true. Do need
I
more water.
probably could live without heating. But yes, the water issue's an issue.
Yeah.
Oh, well. These things are sent to try us.
Anything exciting happen this week apart from
having cold showers?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
You?
It was my wedding birthday.
Oh, it was your wedding birthday. How was that?
Fine, yeah.
How many years?
13.
13. How is that 13 years ago?
No, I don't know.
What a fantastic day that was.
I literally don't know how it was 13 years ago.
No, that's crazy.
But we will maybe have a little celebration at the weekend because it was like a Tuesday or something where everyone was at work and doing job things.
Nice.
And hobbies. So, yeah.
Good. Congratulations on your wedding birthday.
I mean, is it a big thing? I mean, not to say.
I think it's
I've got to be careful what I say.
Yes, I agree.
But we don't really. We don't massively celebrate it. I don't. Yeah. I mean, it's an achievement to be married for a while, but I don't think
13 years is a long time, man.
Yeah, I guess it is.
Older than all children.
All of them. Yes.
All of them, because now they're teenagers.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Yeah, you wouldn't be a child anymore, even if you came straight from the hospital to the wedding.
Was there any pregnant people at your wedding? I don't remember any.
I don't. Not that I'm aware were pregnant. I don't think so.
I don't think there was. Some people might have got pregnant at the wedding. That's a whole different story.
Yeah, I mean... yeah.
Yeah, well, let's not talk about that. I'm going to start the podcast.
You can't control all the guests, can you?
You can't control all the guests or the wedding party. Normally, we'd start the podcast by one of us would ask the other one a question.
Indeed.
Of the week. Question of the week.
Yes.
We're not going to do that this week. Not going to do that this week because I've asked something else a question, and I want to read you its answer.
Oh, fantastic!
Okay. So there's a bit of a trend going around. I don't know if you've noticed it on the internet currently.
Okay.
Of asking AI to roast you.
No, I didn't know about this.
Yeah, this is a thing. So you fill in some details about people get people to roast their Instagram accounts or roast their Twitter feeds. So you feed in your Twitter name. And then ChatGPT will come back and have a look and then roast it. So I've asked it to roast our podcast.
Oh, brilliant.
And it came back with a 2-page response.
Oh, wow.
And it knew about us.
Yeah.
So I didn't have to feed in any detail because we've been going for so long.
Sure.
We're in ChatGPT's.
There's plenty of stuff out there.
We're in ChatGPT's memory. So I have to hear the roast of Bottom of the Stream.
Oh, I'm sitting down for this.
It's a page and a half long. Are you ready?
I am, yeah.
It says... All right, let's see what we've got here. Bottom of the stream here. The name alone sounds like you've already accepted your spot in the podcast pecking order, right at the bottom.
It's what we're aiming for.
Where listeners occasionally dredge up the episodes like Forgotten Treasure or Trash, depending on their luck. I bet your podcast is the perfect companion for doing chores you've been avoiding or for when someone's Wi-Fi is too slow for Netflix.
I detect no lies so far.
You probably say things like, we're not professionals, but we're having fun, which is just code for we've recorded this in a basement on a potato.
No, we're well above the ground.
We're out on the first story of this house. What's next? Are you going to review Sharknado 17 or deep dive into the cinematic artistry of The Room? But hey, if you're nothing else, you're living proof that anyone can start a podcast. Keep making those waves, even if they're more like tiny ripples at the bottom of the stream. Perfect title, because you're basically the Titanic of podcasts. Sinking down to the murky depths every week, listeners strap in for what can only be described as the perfect background noise for doing laundry. One of you probably comes in hot with the deep insights, while the other guy spends half the episode trying to remember the name of the movie you've just watched.
Yeah.
You know, I'm starting to think the only thing bottom of the stream is the quality of the banter. I mean, you guys are out here reviewing the kind of movies that most people wouldn't even pirate, and you expect listeners to take you seriously? It's like the audio version of picking the last item on a fast food menu and pretending you're a food critic. I bet one of you has a voice that cracks every time you have to try to sound serious, while the other one throws in way too many bad puns thinking you're hilarious. Newsflash, dad jokes aren't a genre. And let's talk about the energy levels. You probably bring all the enthusiasm of someone who's realised halfway through the episode that no one's actually listening. This is harsh, man. But hey, at least you have each other. It's like a podcasting support group for people who somehow both thought reviewing low-budget straight-to-DVD movies was a good idea. Keep it up. You're really nailing that niche of movies that even their own creators forgot about. Then it gets personal.
Oh, does it? Bring it on.
It says, Adam, you probably think of yourself as the intellectual of the podcast, don't you? The one carrying all the weight of the analysis. Well, newsflash, buddy. Analysis doesn't mean reading IMDb trivia out loud. You're over here dissecting these low-budget flicks like they're Citizen Kane, when in reality, most of your listeners are probably just trying to stay awake long enough to finish the episode. It's clear you're passionate, but let's be real. You're passionately wrong about most of these movies. There's a fine line between deep dive and drowning, and you've been gasping for air since episode 1. Now, Nick, don't think you're off the hook. You're like the guy who shows up to a book club having only read the blurb, pretending to be invested. I bet half the time you haven't even watched the whole movie, have you? You're nodding along, making generic comments like, yeah, the character development was something. You're the human embodiment of winging it, and we're here for it. But let's not kid ourselves. Adam's carrying you harder than those bargain bin DVDs carry dust. And together, you two are a mismatched buddy cop duo, except instead of solving crimes, you're solving the mystery of why anyone is still listening. Keep it up, boys, because if there's one thing I can guarantee, it's that you've mastered the art of making the bottom of the stream feel like home.
Do you know what? I'd have almost all of that broken down into taglines, and I'd use all of them.
I think
I'd
so.
be quite
I
proud.
think it's great.
And I
want to get some 100% of those quotes on a t-shirt.
There have been several movies where I wish I had only paid part attention to them.
I absolutely read the
turn them
IMDb trivia thinking I'm analysing the movie. It's got me there. I thought that was fucking wonderful. I was so happy when it came out.
I'm quite proud.
Just came up with it. I was like, wow.
I'm quite proud.
Keep making those waves, even if they're more like tiny ripples.
That's fine. I know.
Right
I would say the only thing I completely disagree with is that in no way have we ever expected to be taken serious.
Very true. That is very true. And we've known from the start that nobody's listening. So that's fine. But I thought that was really funny. I can't not read that out.
I like it.
Yeah, it really made me laugh. If you want to be roasted by ChatGPT, just go on there and put your Twitter feed in.
I'd take it as a pretty good review, to be honest.
I might paste it as like an Apple review on the podcast. Anyway, I thought that was quite funny. Shall we do some Netflix news?
Let's do it.
Yeah?
Shall we start with David Fincher?
Why not?
Who is obviously in the midst of his ongoing deal with Netflix.
He is, yeah.
What's on Netflix is reporting that his next project for them is going to be a Western.
A Western?
Yeah, he's going to have a go in that.
Okay.
That genre.
Okay.
They're saying that his next project, which will potentially be called Bitterroot,
yeah, good name,
is a Western crime thriller influenced, because I think this is, well, maybe it's lazy journalism, who knows, by Clint Eastwood. They also say an offer has been made to 2 leads, although there is no details on who that may be.
Right.
The movie's premise follows an elderly rancher whose life savings have been stolen. He sets out to get his money back by robbing banks and hunting down thieves, all while being pursued by the sheriff, who is his son.
Oh, twist.
Yeah.
We get twists in synopsises very often.
Netflix have not commented on the story, which probably means it's quite close to the mark.
Yeah. They've not denied it or confirmed it. I think I'm up for a Fincher Western.
Yeah, I think so. Style.
I'm not against that, yeah.
Good cinematography. He probably did it in black and white. That's fine.
Yeah. Do it.
Apparently, also, according to what's on Netflix, the same article, Fincher is looking at producing the US spin-off of Squid Game.
Really?
Yeah.
They're doing a US spin-off of Squid Game?
It is being developed. It has not been commissioned.
But Fincher's interested?
As a producer, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm not against that either, to be honest.
Well, we said, didn't we, as of many others, that this is, this is ripe to happen. You just do Squid Game.
Yeah.
But based in other countries.
Yeah, you could do Squid Game International. Yeah. No reason why not.
Yeah. You've got to ride that train till it's
Oh yeah, I'm surprised
till it's empty.
I'm surprisingly Netflix haven't done more of
already
Squid Game
straight
stuff.
into production.
Yeah, there's not been a lot of Squid Game spin-off stuff, has there? Really?
But they obviously want to close out the original.
Get the original story out of the way first. Yeah.
Okay, someone else who is coming to work with Netflix is none other than Florence Pugh.
Flopo?
Yeah.
What's she doing?
She has signed up for a limited series in the works at Netflix. It's an adaptation of East of Eden, which is an acclaimed novel and was a movie back in the 50s.
Yeah.
And in fact, the original director of the 1955 movie was famed director Elia Kazan.
Yeah.
And this miniseries will be adapted by his granddaughter, Zoe.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Keep it in the family.
Yeah, that movie was James Dean's first ever screen role.
Was it?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Christopher Abbott is in negotiations to join as the lead for Netflix.
Sweet. And it's a miniseries?
Yes, limited series.
I don't really know the story. You know the story?
Not really, no.
Okay.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
Oh, I don't think I have. We will keep abreast of that one.
We sure will. Another movie coming to Netflix is a comedy from Vince Vaughn.
Okay.
Do I feel like Vince Vaughn has not been quite as ubiquitous as
Where's he been?
previous years?
Yeah.
He's on board to star in Nonnas.
Nonnas?
Yeah.
But is that about Italian grandmas?
It is, yeah.
Oh, nice.
It's a comedy by director Steven Chbosky, and it will follow a man who, after the loss of his own mother, opens up an Italian restaurant with a group of local grandmothers as the chefs.
Okay.
That man will be played by none other than Vince Vaughn. Also in the cast, Susan Sarandon.
Yeah.
Lorraine Bracco.
Don't know.
She was in Goodfellas, amongst other things.
Okay. Yeah.
And Talia Shire.
Okay.
Who was in all the Rocky films.
Yeah.
And Chbosky also wrote the screenplay for this, and his previous works are the screenplay for Disney's live-action Beauty and the Beast, the film adaptation of Wonder, and he also directed Dear Evan Hansen, the movie, not the show.
Is Wonder the one with Jacob Tremblay in?
Yes.
That's a great film.
Yeah. It is. So, yeah.
I feel like I'd go to a restaurant if all the chefs were grandmas.
Do you think that's a good gimmick that
I
could
think
work?
it's a gimmick
if it's
that
all
could
like
work. Homemade,
Italian,
old school Italian food.
Yeah.
I think I'd go to that restaurant.
I think the kitchen would be like
chaos.
Yeah.
They'd all just be screaming at each other, doing it their own different ways.
I don't think I'd want to manage that kitchen.
No, I wouldn't, but I'd like to eat there.
Yeah, 100%. Vince Vaughn feels like a good fit for that sort of thing.
Yeah, I can't see why not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just feel like he's the kind of person who was churning out movies probably 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And I just feel like I've not seen much of Vince Vaughn the last
where's he been?
half decade.
Where's he been?
I don't know. I'll ask him.
Ask him next time you see him.
Not so good news for another Netflix show.
Okay.
Which is quite surprising given how many shows that they use this sort of format on. That is the fact that Buying London has been axed.
Oh, really?
After one season on Netflix.
That is quite surprising.
It's basically the UK version of Selling Sunset.
Yeah.
Which has got 1 million series.
Yeah.
No one wants to see properties bought in grey, wet,
drizzly London.
Drizzly London. Netflix confirmed the cancellation to deadline this week, but has so far declined to comment any further.
Right.
So there you go. Money saved.
Yeah.
Put it towards something else.
They've put it towards another
watch.
season of Selling Sunset.
Probably. Okay. Do you want some spin-off news?
Yes. Always.
We will go over to Amazon Prime.
Okay.
And they have announced that they have put onto fast track development a spin-off from Reacher.
Okay.
And that will follow. It will be called Neegly.
Neegly?
Yes, who is the one of the names of the characters. It's like, so in the first series, it's she's like Reacher's tech support person. She used to be in his platoon when he was in the army, and then the second season he like gets his platoon back together because they're being hunted down basically. So she's got a bigger role in that, and she's now getting her own spin-off series. Fast track development, whatever that means.
Means they're going to film it really quickly and they're going to get it out ASAP.
Possibly so. Alan Richardson has been.
I thought you could say Alan Rickman.
Is apparently lined up to cameo.
Right.
In this spin-off.
There's obviously some story to tell between seasons. Is Reacher done or is it coming back? Or
I think it's coming back.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think they said they were aiming to have less of a gap between seasons 2 and 3 than 1 and 2. Maria Sten is the star or potential star, carrying on her role from Reacher. How would you like to hear about a new horror comedy series?
I would love to.
Coming to Apple. Then you might be interested in their commissioning of Widow's Bay.
Widow's Bay.
A 10-episode horror comedy series.
Right.
Which comes from the showrunner Katie Dippold, who is behind The Heat, which was the Sandra Bullock, Melissa McCarthy movie.
Okay, yeah.
And she also did work on Parks and Recreation.
Right.
It will be first episode will be directed by Hiro Murai, who recently directed a lot of Mr. and Mrs. Smith and has directed several episodes of The Bear. Widow's Bay is set on a mysteriously cursed New England island and follows its superstitious citizens, led by a mayor who refuses to believe their warnings. Sounds a bit... what was the Mike Flanagan one with the angel?
Midnight Mass.
Midnight Mass.
Yeah, it does sound a bit Midnight Mass.
But with more comedy.
Comedy version of Midnight Mass, I'm up for.
Yeah, fine. No news on cast, but Apple have ordered it straight to series.
Okay. Sounds fun.
That's all the TV news.
Right.
Should we hit movies?
Why not?
Because there's some interesting news this week.
Is there?
And the first is the return of Gwyneth Paltrow.
Okay.
Who had not really retired from movies, but she has not done one since 2019.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Which is now nearly 6 years ago.
Jesus Christ.
Because
it is as well.
You still think 2019 was recent.
Yeah, it feels like last year.
And it absolutely wasn't. In fact, she has not been on the big screen since Avengers Endgame.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
But she is back because she has signed up for the solo directorial debut of Josh Safdie.
Solo debut?
Yeah.
Okay.
He will be brotherless for this project.
Brotherless?
In, obviously, an A24 movie.
Of course, all movies are.
Called Marty Supreme.
Good name.
And also, apparently, in negotiations for this, to play Marty himself, the lead role, is none other than Timothée Chalamet.
Okay.
Would you like to hazard a guess? Right, if I say this is about an athlete.
Okay.
And follows his sort of career, through what sport do you think?
Okay, that's
this
an interesting
could be
one.
a journey through.
Because you look at Timothy Chalamet and you see a lot of things, but you don't necessarily see athlete.
With the information that I've given you, that it is a Safdie movie, A24, Timothy Chalamet.
It's got to be something... Skateboarding?
I'll tell you. I'll give you one more bit of info.
Okay.
Empire magazine reports that this will be a fictionalized version of a real-life story.
Right, okay. And it's not skateboarding.
It's not skateboarding.
Snakeboarding.
Snakeboarding. It's not skateboarding.
Triathlon.
Close.
Biathlon.
It's not really close.
Oh. Jogging? Marathon running?
No.
Is it running?
No.
Biking?
No.
Swimming?
No.
That's a shame. How's it close to triathlon if it's none of the three sports? I don't know. Pass.
Ping pong.
Ping pong? That's nothing like triathlon.
No.
Ping pong?
It will tell a fictionalized version of the story of Marty Reisman.
Right.
Who was vaunted as the wizard of table tennis.
Okay.
Reisman won an astonishing 22 major ping pong titles in a career that spanned over 6 decades.
6 decades?
He rose from hustling bets on the street of New York to hanging with the Harlem Globetrotters in a stranger-than-fiction true story of sporting genius.
Interesting. That sounds awesome.
Doesn't it just?
Yeah.
Yeah. Chalamet plus a Safdie plus ping pong.
Chalamet's got to learn to play table tennis.
Sure, yeah.
If he can't
You ever played table tennis?
No, not to any sort of... I've picked up a bat and had a go before.
Okay, fine.
But not to any... I'm not any good at it.
We used to have one at work, like years.
Yeah,
and
we
years
did
ago.
years and years ago.
We used to play a bit.
It's hard though, isn't it? It's a lot harder than it looks.
I got to a level and then plateaued,
Yeah.
and I just felt I'm not getting.
Not getting any better or any
Yeah.
worse. Did you have your own racket? Is they called
I
rackets?
did have my own
Did you?
bat. Yeah.
I've played it in VR.
Have you?
Yeah, there's a really good VR game. The physics is quite good.
Okay.
It works quite well. So yeah, it's called 11 table
Get some
tennis.
spin on it.
Yeah, you can. If
Nice.
you can literally hit it properly.
If
If you think about it, VR's quite perfect for table tennis.
There's a guy who keeps coming up on my Instagram feed and stuff, and he plays cricket in VR.
Yes, I've seen him.
And he's got a bat attachment,
yeah.
but it's just the handle and the shoulders of the cricket bat.
Yeah, I've seen that.
And he just commentates on himself.
There's quite a few different games now. You can get attachments for
Yeah.
because the golf game that I play, you can get a golf club attachment.
But you also seem to basically get commission from whatever company it is that's
Yeah,
made these little
that's
VR
what it'll be.
attachments.
It'll be.
Yeah.
Oh, look what he's got! I want one.
Yeah.
That cricket game's supposed to be quite good. I've not played
It looks alright
Yeah,
from the
it's supposed to be
few that
good.
come up. Yeah. But anyway. Let's go from ping pong and cricket.
Going off subject
no,
completely.
fine. Let's carry on.
My Instagram feed is completely taken up at the minute by people buying stuff at car boot sales.
I've got a few of them.
I
as
don't
well.
know why, but for some reason they've fallen into
And
my
then dude's
algorithm.
like, oh yeah, how much for that camera?
Yeah,
£1.
and then
I sold
sold
this
it for
for
40
£38 on.
Exactly that, and it's like I don't know how it's fallen into my algorithm, but it's quite addictive to watch.
Yeah.
And yet, car boot sales are shit normally.
Yes, it's true.
So
But he might.
you have to get up really early to get the good stuff from a car
Get
boot
one
sale.
over on
you
me.
have to,
Yeah.
You have to get up really early.
Yeah, I've only ever done a couple, but I always remember you get there early, you start unpacking, and they're literally
Rifling through your
rooting
boots
through
and your
your
car.
trunk
Yeah,
before you've even
hate it when that happens.
before you've even unpacked. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
different. It's like it's playground rules, isn't it? At a
Yeah.
car boot sale, sort of elbows and
I suppose if you know what you're looking for and you know what's going to make you money, you
Yeah.
could go and make some money from it. Because this
Yeah.
guy seems to. He seems to do all right. But, yeah.
he picks up a lot of the niche stuff, doesn't he? If it's the same one, his tactic is like, it'll look for like I don't know. He seems like rucksacks, but they're brand like got a football
Yeah.
team's crest on it or something. So he knows. Oh, right. I don't know. That's a West Ham bag. Someone will want that.
Yeah.
You know.
If it's in the pop culture zeitgeist.
Yeah.
Do you know what the best thing to pick up if you can find it is?
What's that?
Here's a tip for you.
Okay.
In the 80s, there was a Question of Sport board game.
Right.
If you can pick that up, all the little picture cards inside are classed as trading cards.
Oh,
And
really?
you can get them graded like trading cards, and they're
Oh,
actually
wow.
worth some money. So if you can pick that board game up, they're all like you can get decent money for the
I
cards.
also get quite a lot of that on my Instagram.
Trading cards.
Yeah,
I
like
do as
people
well.
opening sports cards, Pokemon cards.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, here's a pack that's been closed since 1996.
Yeah, I get a lot of that as well.
I paid $100 for it. Let's see what we can get out of it.
I work with a Pokemon card trader. He seems to do all right.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Where would you even start?
I don't know.
Who knows?
They're so expensive as well.
Yeah.
Some of these packs are like 200 quid. You're like, I can't justify spending that money.
I seen one as well, and the guy just goes through. He's like, fake, real, fake.
Yeah.
Fake. I was like, how do you know?
Yeah.
It's just
It's mad.
all the same.
Great.
Anyway,
we've gone off topic.
a seamless link
Yes.
to dinosaurs. Some Pokemon are a bit like dinosaurs, aren't they?
Yeah.
So we're talking.
You might get lynched for saying that.
I don't know. Maybe. So we talked about fast tracking stuff earlier on.
We did.
We know that a movie that has been fast tracked is the next Jurassic Park franchise entry.
Jurassic World.
It's got now a proper title.
All right, okay.
Jurassic World Rebirth.
Rebirth.
Yeah. The first images have been released.
Okay.
There is a image of Scarlett Johansson in some long grass.
Right.
And Mahershala Ali holding a flare,
Okay.
presumably warding off some sort of
Dinosaur.
huge lizard.
Pokemon. Warding off
yeah.
a massive Pokemon.
Probably. And we know quite a bit about this. So Gareth Edwards is directing it.
Yes.
And it's scheduled for release on July, end of July 2025.
Next year.
Yeah.
That will soon come around.
Yes. It's got a new logo and everything. And we've also got an actual synopsis.
Oh, have we?
Yes. And it does appear to sort of follow on from the Jurassic World trilogy.
Because it's not canon, is it? It's a whole new breakaway spin-off.
Yes, but it's
in the same universe.
same timeline.
Yeah.
Or what have you.
Not considered the same thing.
Yeah. It says 5 years after the events of Jurassic World Dominion,
Okay.
i.e. the last film, the planet's ecology has proven largely inhospitable to dinosaurs. Because they're still just wandering around.
Yeah,
aren't
they got loose, didn't they? Makes sense, I suppose.
Those remaining exist in isolated equatorial environments with climates resembling the one in which they first thrived. The three most colossal creatures within the tropical biosphere hold the key to a drug that will bring miraculous life-saving benefits to humankind. Scarlett Johansson plays skilled covert operations expert Zora, contracted to lead a skilled team on a top-secret mission to secure genetic material from the world's three most massive dinosaurs.
Right.
When her operation intersects with a civilian family whose boating expedition was capsized by marauding dinosaurs, they all find themselves stranded on an island where they come face to face with a sinister, shocking discovery that's been hidden from the world from the world for decades.
Okay.
It sounds pretty much like all the Jurassic
It sounds
Park
like
movies.
a lot of the Jurassic. It sounds like we're going to end up with some dinosaurs on an island.
Yeah.
Which is where we started
all
those years ago.
And
then we can reboot the franchise and start again.
Vicious circle. I don't know, the whole sort of
I'll tell you what, though.
dino DNA.
We'll still watch it, won't we? I will.
Did you like the Jurassic World trilogy? I don't know if I really liked any of them. I've seen them all. And that's
there you go, you
what
see.
they
You
want,
watch
isn't it?
Yeah. I didn't hate. I think the first one was okay. The second one was the one that I don't even remember Dominion. I have seen it, but I don't really remember it.
I've seen it. I tell you what, I've seen it. Must be in the last 3 months
Okay.
because it came onto Netflix, and I don't really remember it either.
Yeah.
I know it's the one where where it's got the original cast and the new cast.
Yeah.
But I really don't remember much about
I don't either. I think I watched it on holiday.
They kind of whiffed on the whole dinosaurs in the real world because it
Yeah.
ended up with them just being again on an island for some reason.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
But we'll still watch it. It's Jurassic Park, isn't it?
I mean, it's directed by a local boy, so
It
it's
is.
got
That's
that going
true.
for it.
From just
for
around the
us,
corner.
anyway. Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
More news.
Yes.
This might actually be happening because
Right.
the cast is expanding for Amazon's He-Man movie.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Uh,
I mean, we've got excited about this before and been let down.
So we already knew that Nicholas Galatzine was playing He-Man.
We did.
And Camila Mendes is Teela.
Yes.
Well, our first villain has been cast.
Okay.
The role
Evelyn
of Evil Lynn.
Oh, amazing.
Has been cast and will be played by none other than Alison Brie.
That way, I can see that. I'm up for that. That's a big name to put in this film as well. Because
I would say so.
If it doesn't happen, that gives it more merit to happen.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. Yeah. There's actual contracts
People.
been signed. people
are actually
blocking out schedules.
Yeah, people are going to be in this movie. Cool. Okay, I'm up for that. I can see that.
So maybe more casting news to filter through over the coming weeks and months.
I mean, I still think it's going to be dreadful, but
I just feel that is a really weird property.
Yeah,
and it's difficult to. It just feels difficult.
The one thing you can't do with He-Man is do it seriously. You've got to do it tongue in cheek, make it a bit funny.
Yeah.
And there's a really fine line then of what are we doing here?
Yeah.
But you can't be serious with it.
And that 80s movie is so such a curious movie now looking back as well because they had to do the whole they come to Earth because we can't afford to shoot it in a make-believe universe and the Dolph Lundgren Skeletor was cool in that.
Skeletor was cool in that. That'd be a good watch along.
I don't know, is it just better left as a animation?
Yeah, but nothing gets left these days, does it?
No, it doesn't.
I mean, have you seen the trailer for the Minecraft movie?
I have, the teaser. Yeah. It's like a minute teaser that came out this week.
They basically just remade Jumanji but square.
Yeah.
It looks terrible, let's be honest.
I don't know. I really liked Jason Momoa's bangs.
Yeah, that's fair. Jason Momoa is always great though.
It's got a full-on fringe.
Yeah.
Which kind of looked good. But then, again, I know it was only a short teaser trailer, but I kind of felt from that teaser trailer, so he's guiding these kids around this make-believe world, this fantastical, colourful world. I'm like, I saw him do that last year in that Netflix movie, the Dream one. Slumberland. Which again was perfectly fine and he was perfectly good in it. And then, like you say, you've got Jack Black in there doing the Jumanji.
He just turns up in a blue t-shirt and says, I'm Steve.
Yeah.
That's okay. Could have put a bit more effort in, but fine. I mean, I don't know much about Minecraft, but I know that people are very passionate about it, and it don't seem to have gone down well with some of the streamers.
It'll make $1 billion easily.
Of course
it'll be huge.
It will
absolutely huge. Doesn't matter if it's any good.
No.
That's my hot take. Talking of Jason Momoa, in actually what is a seamless link, more news on a movie I think we've mentioned on the show before. Again, an Amazon movie. So we talked about Jason Momoa and Dave Bautista joining forces.
We did.
All we knew was it was going to be a buddy cop movie.
Yeah.
That movie is now called The Wrecking Crew.
Okay.
And the synopsis says, it will follow two half-brothers, one of whom is a loose cannon cop, played by Jason Momoa, and the other a disciplined Navy SEAL, played by Dave Bautista.
Okay.
After 20-odd years of bad blood, they must work together to unravel the conspiracy behind their father's murder in Hawaii. And joining the cast is Mrs. Deadpool herself, Morena Baccarin.
Okay.
She has signed up for that one.
Nice.
I mean, that just feels, Amazon Saturday night movie.
Yeah, 100%. Leave your brain at the door, get a pizza, get a Magdalene, job done. Have you seen Batista lately? He's really slim.
Yes.
He looks really great.
He's slim. He's
lost his wrestling book.
Lost his muscle.
Yeah. Intentionally, but he's lost it.
Yeah.
Yeah, good for him. He looks great.
It's a long way back if he gets the Marvel course.
Yeah.
You can't just put that on in a couple of weeks.
You just have to CGI him.
Okay, last piece of news. And a guy who's been in these last couple of weeks will continue to be the next couple of weeks because we are talking about Michael Keaton.
Okay, yep.
Star of Beetlejuice. He has been talking this week and said he would like to return to his real name for future acting credits.
Really?
Yes.
What's his real name?
Michael Douglas.
And what does Michael Douglas have to say about it? He has to go back to his real name, Michael Keaton.
Oh, that would be amazing.
They just swap names.
Yeah, that would be brilliant. I love it.
That would well confuse Amazon's X-ray
Yeah.
thing.
I want that to happen. He actually says that he would like to combine the names for his future credits. So he will be credited as Michael Keaton Douglas.
Okay. That makes sense.
Because he kind of accepts he can't be Michael Douglas.
Yeah.
Even if that is his real name. Which it is.
He can't really be Michael Douglas Keaton either. That doesn't work.
No,
I
suppose it doesn't.
Michael Keaton Douglas sounds well posh. I like that.
He said that actually he wanted to do this for the first time on the recent movie Knox Goes Away, which he directed and produced. Well, I don't know, he produced it, he didn't direct it. And he said that he basically forgot to tell them that he wanted that credit.
Right, okay.
And they just put his normal name in.
As you would.
And it was too late for them to change it when he brought it up. But interestingly, so I mean, it wasn't really close though, because Michael Douglas beat him by 9 years in front of in terms of their first acting credits.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, I would have said a lot more than that.
Yeah. Michael Douglas's first acting credit was 1966, and Michael Keaton's was 1975.
Wow.
On TV, where in an episode of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood.
Okay. Interesting.
Which is that one Tom Hanks did the movie.
Yeah.
That guy, isn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah.
I've got opening night tickets to see Beetlejuice.
Okay, cool.
I'm looking forward to seeing it.
I can't wait to hear what you...
That'll be tomorrow night, so I'll talk about it on
what you think of
the
it.
next week's show.
Fantastic. That's all the news.
Sweet. Have you watched anything good at the top of the stream?
I've watched 2 things.
What have you watched?
One of which I know you've watched because you told me to watch it.
Okay.
Because you were watching it and you wanted to talk about it.
I did.
And I was like,
you said you were going to watch it as well.
No. And I would have done it. I just it bypassed me that it was on.
Right.
Until you mentioned it. So I've watched Chestnut versus Kobayashi Unfinished Beef.
I have also watched Chestnut versus Kobayashi Unfinished Beef.
Which is basically the hot dog eating contest between these 2 storied rivals.
Yeah, they haven't faced each other for 15 years. Yeah. And then Kobayashi's retiring, so they wanted the one last fight.
Yeah. I tell you what, before we get on to the actual match.
Go on.
Netflix did a really good job within the show.
They did.
Of hyping it up.
They really did.
By the time it actually came around to it, I was like, I'm really looking forward to watching this.
Fully in on this. I thought all the hosts... It was the most American thing I've ever seen. It was in Vegas. It was at the Luxor. There was people in pools in the background of scenes. They got Rob Riggles. Is that his name?
Rob Riggles. He did well as the host.
Yeah, he did. He hosted it. It's got about 8 different commentators going through different things.
Proper analysis.
WWE wrestlers turning up with title belts.
Terrible things.
Rey Mysterio was there. It was all sorts of stuff was going on. For an hour and 10 minutes of
there was a couple of like warm-up acts.
There was.
One guy, one professional eater faced 3 Olympic medalists at eating chicken wings.
Yeah.
And their combined score didn't get anywhere near.
He annihilated them. He absolutely annihilated them. That was incredible what he was doing, because he was like bashing the bones out and then just chucking the meat in his face.
Yeah.
But the watermelon girl was my favourite.
I've seen her a lot on Instagram. So I think she's British.
Yeah, she is British.
Leah
something.
And she ate 2 kilograms of watermelon in 3 minutes.
And she could have done more, because she was counting down the time she'd run out.
Yeah.
They hadn't got enough watermelon for her. She got a world record. That's a 35th eating world record. Yeah. It's mind-boggling how they can do it. How can you eat 2 kilos of watermelon?
Yeah, it's crazy.
It is absolutely insane.
And then
the main event comes on.
Yeah.
And it's like, by this point, I'm all in.
Insane. Oh my God. I mean,
10 minutes.
Do we give spoilers? The amount of hot dogs eaten.
Let's just say a world record fell by considerable margin.
Yeah. Just an absolute unforgiving pace.
Unbelievable. Hot dogs plus buns.
You've got to feel bad.
You've got to go.
How much bread?
Well, no, now I've given spoilers. I'll blur that. A lot of buns. You must just go backstage and throw up. You have to. You can't keep that amount of food in your system.
You can't have a reversal. That was mentioned in the rules.
Post-competition, you must be able to. You cannot keep that amount of shit in your system, surely. I thought it was interesting.
You're trained. That's
They weren't allowed to dunk in the water, so they were literally just pouring water down their faces and shoveling these hot dogs in. It was I've never really watched. I've heard of eating competitions. I've seen a few highlights, but I've never watched one. And I was like agog watching it. I was like, how is this happening?
This is what Netflix is made for, in my opinion.
When they sweep up all the crumbs at the end, and they're like, if the crumbs weigh more than one hot dog, we'll take that one off.
Yeah.
And he hadn't even dropped enough to make one hot dog.
Yeah.
This has blown my mind. I thought it was really interesting.
It's serious business.
Did you hear them say about Kobayashi's stomach?
Yeah.
It's that lower in his system, so it was under his rib cage, so he could.
He was literally built for this job.
Honestly, if you've got a spare hour, just go and check it out. It's the most American thing you've ever seen, but it's so much fun. I loved it.
It was even like, it really made me laugh. It's like, because Kobayashi, all these preview videos and interviews, he's got his lovely long hair, bandana, and then like he does his big entrance and he's shaved his head for the fight, like to intimidate Chestnut.
It was his retirement match, wasn't it? It was done after this.
He was like, this is my last.
His wife was crying at the ringside, and it was amazing. It was so much fun. I was gutted I didn't get to see it live. But if all Netflix live sports is going to be that good, I'm watching all of it.
I don't want proper sport.
No.
Not on Netflix.
No.
It's perfect for hot dog eating.
What they're doing is testing their technology to see for when the
are.
WWE comes over. But if they're going to do it like that, then I'm all in. I am all in.
And in the NFL, they mentioned that on they actually mentioned it on the hot dog show.
They've got a couple of Christmas Day games.
Come back to Netflix for the NFL.
Yeah. And then the first episode of Raw is on January the 6th next year.
Interesting.
That's like their opening night. I think they call it Day One, don't they? The first Raw of the year is called Day One. Yeah, it's almost like a mini PLE. They call it Day One. So that's going to be the first one on Netflix. Anything else?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I am almost tempted to say, please watch this.
I've seen it on the list, and I'm absolutely not going to.
And I told you I was interested in this a few weeks ago.
You did.
Because I just thought, it feels weird. And I watched Adam Sandler's stand-up special.
You did.
Called Love You.
And?
It's directed
Yeah.
by Josh Safdie.
Yes.
The same guy
who's going.
We talked about
earlier. Just ditched his brother recently.
Yeah, but Benny's done a bit more acting in the last few years.
Was he?
A couple of years as well. And we had a conversation when I said I'd seen the trailer and it looked intriguing to me because just the concept of someone as big and famous as Adam Sandler doing an hour of stand-up just intrigued me. And you said, oh my God, it's directed by a Safdie brother. I wonder if it's going to have like this breathless
chaos
element to it. I really enjoyed this. I thought it was really good, right? It's really strange,
right?
But in a good way. So this show, and it's just over now. It's about an hour and 10 minutes. The first 5 to 10 minutes of it, you arrive at the venue with Adam Sandler.
Right.
His car windshield's been smashed in.
Right.
Right. He's dishevelled. He's running late. He gets out of the car. He's mobbed by fans, and he has a really weird conversation with this old guy who says, oh, this is my grandson, he's your biggest fan, will you sign these photos? And all these photos are like invasive paparazzi shots of Adam Sandler like lying on a sofa at home or in the swimming pool,
right?
And then a dog runs through, and then it is the Safdie brothers style. The
chaos.
First 10 minutes, it's like, whoa, what the hell's going on here? And he gets given like 40 Happy Gilmore jerseys to sign, and he signs about 3, and then something else goes wrong, and he has to swap hoodies with one of his minders because his hoodie's got coffee on it, and they usher him out onto the stage, and they're literally the 3 people in his ear going, right, we're going to use this type of voice modulator when you get to this song, blah 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 blah, and then he just does his stand up,
right? So he just goes on stage and
But things go wrong, which are obviously set up, but it's part of the show. He's just doing this softly spoken stand-up with some songs in there, silly little disses and stuff. And then, like, all the monitors break.
Right.
So there's a bit about like how shit the technology is, and then the guy playing the piano, his piano stool like falls into a hole, and then Sandler just carries on, and it's just it wasn't what I was expecting.
Right.
I was like, this is really interesting way to do it. He just does his stand-up set, and all this stuff goes around him.
So
he riffs off it a bit, and there's a fight in the audience at one point, which is obviously again staged.
So he's doing his stand-up set while there's a Safdie Brothers movie going on around.
Basically, yeah.
Wow,
it's really interesting.
That is an interesting way to do it.
I'd just be interested to see what you think.
Maybe I will. Maybe I'll check it out.
And actually, I wouldn't say it's my sort of thing, but I just did laugh quite a bit at some of his bits.
Okay.
And then there's a few because he's got this thing about he does some of his songs are quite sweet, and there's a lot of that in there as well. And he's also foul-mouthed. And I was really pleasantly surprised, and I was glad I watched it.
Okay, good. That's a good review. I might even check that out myself.
How about you?
I think we've pretty much covered everything I've watched. I did watch Beetlejuice.
Oh, yes.
Shit, that's the third time I've said it. I did watch Beetlejuice again. It's only because I'm going tomorrow night to see it.
Yeah.
But, what a wonderful film.
Yeah, great film.
So good. I really hope they don't ruin the style.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It has to be done in that same
It needs
style.
to look shonky.
It does. It needs to be practical. It needs to look shonky. I think they will.
I think so.
I think if they're going to do it, they know what they're doing. But I'm really looking forward to going to see it tomorrow night. I think that's it. I think that's what I'm still watching them, actually. It's ridiculous.
Sorry.
Good. Yeah, I think that's it. Well, I've been playing a game.
Okay.
Not a Netflix game.
Yeah.
An actual proper video game that's really good. It's called Inside.
Right.
And you basically control this kid who's running away from something. And you're just running. And as you're running, you're jumping over stuff, coming up to obstacles which you've got to get past.
But like he's having a nightmare and you're being chased
like he's being chased by something that you never see.
Okay.
Because there's no start-up screen, there's no intro, there's nothing. You literally, the game loads up and you're running.
Yeah.
And there's no narrative, there's no nothing. You're just controlling this kid who's running.
You're outside, inside?
Both.
Through?
He's parkouring up through windows and then through buildings, and then you've got to try and navigate through these obstacles and move blocks in the way so you can get up and avoid the dogs that are coming at you. And there's these like zombie things going on around him, but you'd never find out what he's running from.
Right. What happens if you get caught?
You die. You get caught. You can get caught by. There's cops after him at some point.
Okay.
They're not zombies, but they're almost like, I don't know what they are, but they're almost like controlled humans, and they can catch him sometimes. Dogs will catch him and just rip him to pieces.
Oh wow!
And all you're doing is running constantly, and there's this little thing. There's water sometimes.
Yeah.
And there's these little human creature things in the water with long hair, and if they catch you, they just rip you to bits.
Yeah.
So you have to like swim as fast as you can away and try and block them in between doors, and it's so stressful.
Sounds it.
Because I've got no idea why I'm doing this or what I'm doing, but I've played it for hours.
Oh, wow.
Just literally it's left to right. Get as far away from everything as you can.
Yeah.
But I've got no idea why. Because, like I say, the game loads up and you start.
Yeah.
There's no start button. There's no press to begin. There's no narrative. No intro screen. There's not even a menu.
Mm-hmm.
You just start running, and and you just don't stop from that point.
Wow.
It's really good. It's like the art style's beautiful. I'll show you a clip of it later. But it's one of the best games I've played in a long time.
Awesome.
Yeah, I highly recommend it. It's called Inside. Don't know why it's called Inside. No idea.
Maybe you'll find out at the end.
Maybe I will. It's quite challenging at parts. You have to like get everything in the right place. I keep dying in certain places, but I've managed to get through everything so far, so it's not too difficult. But yeah, I'm really enjoying that. I'll put some clips on the screen, maybe.
Nice.
But that's it. That's all I've really been doing this week. So should we move on to Caught in the Net? Should we do that now?
Let's do that.
Because we postponed last week's Caught in
the
the Net. Because I accidentally forgot to play the game, which is quite a big deal for Caught in the Net. So Caught in the Net is our new...
It's kind of what you got to do.
I'm calling it our new feature, but we've been doing it for quite a while now. We're like, this is the 12th game we've played. We're picking a game from Netflix, because not a lot of people know this, but Netflix have games as well now.
They do.
And we're picking a game from Netflix, playing it for a week, letting each other know what we thought of it, and ranking it in a table.
Yeah.
And the week before last, Nick chose a game called Asphalt Extreme.
It did, a driving game.
It's a
driving
game.
game.
We haven't done a driving game before. Last week I forgot to play it, so we're coming back this week to talk about it. What do you think of it?
I think, as far as driving games go, it was good.
Yeah.
I mean, I am going to sound like the old man here. But like, to play something that looks this good
on a phone,
on your phone,
yeah,
like it's a proper game. you can. I mean, I'm not saying it's not really my sort of thing.
No, it's not. I'm not.
But I thought,
I don't play.
Come on,
games.
let's try it out as something a bit different. We've not done one like this before, and it looks great.
Yeah,
I felt it was pretty responsive.
Yeah, agreed.
Which control method did you go?
That's the thing I was going to talk to you about because it's like 4 control.
Yes, because you can have your control pad on the screen.
Yeah,
I went for the tilt your phone method.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I went for there's like 4. There's control pad on the screen, auto accelerate.
Yeah.
There's tilt your phone, auto accelerate.
Yeah.
There's tilt your phone, manual accelerate, and then there's tap the screen.
Yeah.
Auto accelerate. So I went for that one. So you have to like just hold your thumbs down on the screen to control the car. So I'm not very good at driving.
Yeah.
In a video game, and I'm always crashing. So I figured if the auto accelerate's on, I can just concentrate on the game and enjoy the game. So I've been playing it like that. And it's quite good.
Yeah, I think the design of the levels was really good. So you jungle level, frozen tundra, but you drive through like crashed airplanes, waterfalls, and I like there's different types of race as well.
Yes.
So just a standard race. There's one where it's like just you versus one other.
Yeah.
You like have it. Did you play the virus one?
No, I don't think I did.
So there was one where you can be infected, and if you touch other cars, they become infected. And
no, I haven't played that.
Yeah, that was quite a good one as well.
Okay.
So yeah, for what it is,
it's a driving game.
I enjoyed it.
At the end of the day, there's like loot boxes in there as well, and you have to save up to collect new cards and things. Yeah, it is what it is. It's a driving game.
Yeah,
I'm never going to get passionate about driving games. They just don't really interest me so much. But like you say, for the look of it and the ease of play,
I enjoyed my time with it.
Yeah, you can just pick it up and play it. You don't have to worry about it.
Exactly. It's not. Yeah, it's got that pick up and play ability.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about getting better or not being very good at it or anything like that. Yeah, it was all right. I thought quite enjoyed it. Should we put it on our table?
Let's do it.
There's 11 games in the table at the minute. Do you want me to read through all of them?
Sure. That feels like it's been a while since we've done
I don't think we've ever done that. Currently at number 11 is Death's Door. 10 is Kentucky Route Zero. 9 is Into the Dead 2. Number 8 is Love is Blind, Netflix Stories. Number 7 is The Curse of the Golden Idol. Number 6 is Stranger Things Puzzle Tales. Number 5 is Before Your Eyes. Number 4 is Slay Away Camp 2. Number 3 is Pinball Master. Number 2 is Valiant Hearts. And currently at the top is Katana Zero, which was a really tough, like, ninja-y type game, wasn't it? Where does this one go?
Lower, mid to lower.
Mid to lower, I think, yeah. But mainly that's because it's not really our sort of thing, I think.
I'm thinking 8th.
Above Love is Blind?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. It is better than the Love is Blind game. It's not as good as The Curse of the Golden Idol.
Yeah. Easy.
That was easy. Job done.
Have you, because it will be your turn, have you got something in mind?
I have picked a game for next week. Would you like to know what we are going to be playing?
Would, yeah.
Let me find my screenshot of it because I can't use my phone because I'm still recording on it. I've picked another, I think it's a puzzle game.
Okay.
Again, I'm into puzzle games at the minute. It's called Shatter Remastered.
Okay.
Do you want to know the synopsis?
Please.
It's a short one. It says Shatter Remastered is a retro-inspired brick-breaking game that combines classic action with unique twists and incredible boss battles.
Ooh.
So you remember like Breakout, where you have to bash a ball with a paddle into your bricks. It's a bit like that, but a bit more for the modern day.
I'm up for that.
A bit more for the modern day. You get like guns and shit.
Sweet.
Sounds good.
I'm in.
Good. I think it's pretty new on there. So we'll play that next week and let you know what we think of that, shall we?
Indeed.
Cool. Let's do it. Right. What's next?
What is next?
I don't know. You tell me.
I have a game to play.
We have a game to play. It's not bots actually.
Shall we finish on that?
Yes, why not?
And I have been inspired by our movie this week.
Okay.
So if you come back on Thursday,
to
anywhere you can get your podcast from, we are going to be talking about a movie called Cosmic Candy.
We are indeed.
And this is a Greek movie.
It is our second Greek movie in the show's history.
It is. And I've got a game called simply Greek or Sneak.
Right, okay. I have no idea what this is going to be.
We're going a bit old school.
Right.
Have a list of people.
Okay.
Who either are from or have Greek ancestry,
Okay.
i.e. Greek,
Yes.
or do not,
Right.
i.e. sneak.
Okay.
I have 7
I'm
names.
assuming these are famous people.
They are, yes.
Okay,
Not
good.
just like random people.
John from the Chippy.
They are celebrities. And there are 7 of them.
Okay.
And we will see how many you get right.
Cool. Okay, let's do this.
As we play Greek or sneak.
Nice.
The first one is Jennifer Aniston.
Jennifer Aniston.
Yes.
Okay. Let's go. I think Aniston sounds quite Greeky.
Just a little bit, doesn't
It does. It's got a bit of a Greek twang to it. So purely on that basis, I'm going to go Greek.
You are correct.
Yes.
Her father
No.
is Yanis Anastakis
Oh, okay. So I was right.
from Crete.
Crete.
And he moved to America when he was a young boy.
Sweet. Okay.
No, Crete.
Nice.
1
1 for 1. I'm
1
happy
for
with
1.
that.
Good. Macaulay Culkin.
Macaulay Culkin. Macaulay Culkin doesn't sound very Greek.
Well, that's true. That doesn't mean he's not got Greek in
No,
him.
it doesn't. But I've literally got nothing else to go on for this. Macaulay Culkin.
I'm not giving you anything for any of them other than their names.
No,
So.
but I know Aniston sounded Greek. Culkin doesn't. Culkin sounds. I'm going to go sneak. I don't think Macaulay Culkin's Greek.
Correct.
Yes.
Good start. Good
Thanks.
start. Let's try Tommy Lee.
Tommy Lee. Off of Pamela Anderson.
Yeah. And drums.
Drums. Tommy Lee. That name gives me nothing. Does it? Tommy Lee Greek.
It's not French.
Tommy Lee Greek. I don't know anything about Tommy Lee, so I'm going to go Greek.
Correct.
That is a pure guess based on why else would Nick have put Tommy Lee in this
His
game.
mother is Greek.
Okay.
And he was born in Athens.
Was he really?
He was.
Okay.
Yeah. Good.
Sweet.
Full house so far.
Yeah,
3
3
for 3.
for 3. I'm take this.
Let's try next Tina Fey.
Tina Fey. Her off of comedy.
Yes.
Tina Fey is a sneak.
Incorrect.
Oh, no way. Tina Fey's Greek.
Her mother is Greek.
Really?
Tina Fey's real name, I didn't know this, Elizabeth Stamatina Fey.
Oh, so if you'd have told me that to start with, then yeah, she's definitely Greek. Okay. 3 for 4 for 3 for 4.
3 out of 4.
Three out of 4.
3 left.
I love Tina Fey.
Let's go with Ian Somerhalder.
Off of Lost.
Yeah, and the Vampire Diaries.
Summerholder. That doesn't sound very Greek.
I don't know what it sounds like.
No, I don't either. Ian's. Oh, he's a good-looking guy, though, isn't he? And the Greeks are good-looking.
I guess you might say he was somewhat olive-skinned.
Yeah.
Maybe. I'm not trying to lead the witness.
Trying to sway me. Greek.
Sneak.
Oh no!
I'm afraid. Right, it's 2 left.
Why did you pick Ian Somerhalder?
Right, I tell you why.
Okay.
I tell you for why. For the non-Greeks,
Yeah.
I found a website that just randomly generates celebrities.
Oh really?
And he was one.
He was one that came up.
Yeah.
Interesting. The second time he's come up in my life today.
Really?
Yeah, we were talking about him at lunch.
So that's 3 out of 5. That's not bad. You can still get above 500.
Okay.
There's 2 left.
For 500.
Yeah, like 50.
Oh, okay.
Like, gone like baseball for some reason.
So, how many are we doing?
So 2 left. Let's go with Betty White.
Betty White. Oh, I feel like I know something about Betty White. Is it that she's Greek? I don't think that is what I know.
Was it that was like the oldest, I don't know,
Person in the world. Betty White is Greek.
Yes.
Yes.
Correct.
Awesome.
Greek grandparents.
Okay.
There you go. Last one. So you're on 4 out of 6. Marissa Tomei.
Oh, you've snuck a cheeky one in there because that sounds quite Greek. But I think you might be trying to trick me. Marissa Tomei. is not Greek. She's a sneak.
Correct.
Yes.
It is very Italian.
Yes.
5 out of 7. That's good.
I'll take that.
That's good going.
I absolutely take that.
You know your Greeks.
I do know my Greek. I love Greece.
I've never. Yeah, me too. It's great holiday destination.
Absolutely.
And very welcoming people in my experience.
Yes, agreed. Same.
Shout out to all the Greeks.
Shout out to all the Greeks me and Nick have ever met or spoken to.
Wonderful.
Excellent. Thank you very much for that. It was a fun game. Right, we need to get out of here and start talking about films instead.
We do.
So what film are we going to talk about on Thursday, Nick?
Like I say, we're back to talk about Cosmic Candy.
Here we are.
Dramedy?
A Greek dramedy.
Yeah, let's go with that.
I don't say this very often. I haven't got a fucking clue what you're going to think of this.
Yeah, I'm similar, actually.
It is batshit, this film.
I'll give you a tease.
Okay.
I'm not entirely sure I know myself yet.
Agreed.
Okay.
Same.
We'll leave it there.
So, yeah, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Do all the things. Subscribe. Click that bell thing, whatever that does. Comment. Whatever you do on YouTube.
Touch the bell.
Touch the bell. Tell everybody about it. Tell your friends. Tell your nan. And then come back on Thursday and listen to us talk about Cosmic Candy.
Cheers.
Bye.